Do you want to turn your house smart without too much of a hassle? Well, SwitchBot can do that for you. One of SwitchBot's main goal is to turn your already existing devices at home smart. Starting with the SwitchBot bot, a smart little physical button that could be used for automations to turn on and off your devices. Over time, they released many products like the SwitchBot curtains, the blind tilt, cameras, vacuum, and SmartLock, like this one, the SwitchBot Lock Pro, a retro smart lock that works with Matter and still keep your existing lock style from the outside. This just means that if you're not a fan of how smart locks look, or you don't want to get the attention, or you don't want to change your existing key, the SwitchBot Lock Pro can do that. This lock only replaces the inside part of your lock. Therefore, the installation is very simple, but more on that later. I do want to point out that SwitchBot did provide me this lock as well as the hub, the keypad, and the SwitchBot bot. But this video is not sponsored, and my thoughts about this lock would be about my experience. Now, with that out of the way, first we're going to unbox it and look at all the things that SwitchBot provides to make your installation experience easier. Here we have the box. It comes in black with the lock picture right at the front. And as soon as you open it, you're greeted with the lock, which I appreciate how well and protected SwitchBot packs them. A very premium feeling. Here's where you can find the battery compartment. I want to give him a shout out of how easy and simple it is to replace the battery in this lock. I mean, my front door requires some sort of tool to snap the battery door, but this one is very simple, honestly. It is held by magnet, and yes, I feel like if they're strong enough, and they wouldn't fall off pretty easily. Now, talking about the battery, SwitchBot estimate that the normal 4 AA battery that comes with this lock can last 6 to 9 months with a use of 10 times a day. But they do have an optional solution with the dual power pack, and that one is sold separately. This is a rechargeable battery pack that, let's just say battery A needs to charge, you will receive a notification, and you could do that while battery B is still running in the lock, and this is all done automatically. I love this idea, and more locks should be doing something like this. I mean, SwitchBot estimate that the battery pack can last up to 12 months of use. So here's everything that comes in the box. Starting with the lock, the mounting bracket, the screws, the adapter that you would have to choose from based on your door cylinder, a hex key magnet, some screws to hold the lock in place, and lastly, the blue tape. This one is going to be used to hold the outside portion of your door as you install it. So let's go install it. Again, first you tape the outside of the lock. We remove the 2 screws of your lock from the inside, because remember, we're only changing the inside portion of your door. We're going to unscrew both of those, take that portion out of the door, and attach the mounting bracket that comes with the lock. You find the proper screws, you align it, and screw that in. Here you have to find the proper adapter like I mentioned for your door. Mine happens to be this one, so I'm going to insert that there so that the lock can get attached to that portion. Once you mount it, all you have to do is make sure that the door opens and closes by rotating the knob. And then the next step is to use the screws from earlier. You attach it to the door. You're gonna need all 4 of them, and once you're done, you're pretty much ready to set up the lock in the app. Just download the SwitchBot application, and your lock should appear right at the top because it's Bluetooth, and you would find it right away. You just connect it, run some of the firmware updates that you're probably gonna get prompted, name the lock, and that's pretty much it. You successfully have your lock connected through Bluetooth. I found this interesting, but once the lock was installed, I had another firmware update, so I ran that too. Once that was done, I was ready to pretty much unlock and lock through the app. Now, the next thing that I decided to do was to connect the Keypad Touch to the lock. The Keypad Touch comes with 2 batteries, a CR123 to be exact. Then you follow the steps and make sure that everything gets connected, and once that's done, you put it in the proper room. It's going to tell you that there's 2 methods on how you want to mount it. It's either with screws or adhesive tape. And again, another firmware update. So I ran that, and once that was done, then I was ready to pair the NFC card. And I ran into this probably because I didn't read the instructions, but you need to have already a permanent passcode for you to have your NFC card connected. So then I went ahead and I added one. And once that was done, you go back into the NFC card, then it's going to allow you to scan your card to the keypad like this, and that's pretty much it. You name it, you save it, and you're ready to go. Here's a quick little demo on how reliable the touchpad is by using the NFC card. Because it's not attached to the lock, you can place it anywhere within Bluetooth range. I like that because maybe you don't want to have it right at your door because of aesthetic reasons, or you just don't want to show it right at your door. It gives you that option. Now, if you want to add a fingerprint, you go back into the keypad and hit fingerprint. You have a couple of options like permanent, temporary, just pretty much self-explanatory stuff. You just follow the steps, scan the fingerprint, and that's pretty much it. I mean, it works as simple as that. You just scan it, put your name, and save your fingerprint. By the way, you can save up to 100 fingerprint in the keypad. Oh, and your fingerprint, it's saved locally. Now let's see real quick how fast it is to unlock your door using the fingerprint. And here we have it. I'm going to lock the door, and then we're going to use the fingerprint. Now, to group everything together and bring the lock and all the other devices from SwitchBot, let's install the SwitchBot Hub Mini. This hub is a Matter certifier, which, as some of you know, Matter allows you to connect all major ecosystems like Apple, Google, and Alexa. All you need is a Matter controller hub for your preferred ecosystem. And because I use Homekit, I'm going to be using the HomePod Mini. Also, another feature from this hub is that it has an infrared that allows you to connect the hub to things like AC units, TV remote, and more. Now let's unbox it. The hub comes with a USB cable, but no power brick, so you'd have to supply that yourself. The hub itself is nice and slick and has the Matter code on the inside. It uses USB-C and it has a physical button to pair it. Now let's connect it and pair it to the SwitchBot app. You plug it in, you open the app, you click Add Device, and follow instructions on your screen. SwitchBot makes it easy to add devices, as you notice. Once I have the hub in the app, I check if there's a firmware update. Now, once that was done, I went ahead and I added the hub to HomeKit. And right away I realized that the lock did not carry over. That's because you need to bind the lock to the hub by clicking this option, and you hit Connect the Hub. Once that was done, you can go to this option where you can bring the lock into the secondary platform, which is pretty much what we're doing by bringing it to another platform like HomeKit. At this point, you would find your lock in HomeKit. Change its name, some of the settings like passcode, run scenes, if you're trying to keep it all in HomeKit. If you don't, SwitchBot gives you more options in their apps, like setting up fingerprint, like I showed you. You can change way more settings. I mean, you can run automations within the SwitchBot app. I do want to point out that in the SwitchBot app, if you want to change some of the settings, you need to be in Bluetooth range. Some of those options would be grayed out if you try to do it remotely, so be aware. Now let's do a quick rundown on some of the settings in the app so you can see how it works. All right, let's take a quick look at the app. You go in there, you have some automation down here where you can do so many things in the Switch app. I mean, you have the shop and your profile. If you click on the keypad, it gives you the options like you saw earlier. Click the gear, you can change a lot of things. I mean, you can even disable the keypad in there. And you can also do the backlight and the sound as well. Now, going back to the hub, this one also allows you to even turn off the indicator light. The light that you saw on the hub, you can turn that off as well there. And as well as change some of the Matter setups. Here you can see the code and you can save it if you need it. And then in the lock itself, you have a couple more options. You have a log as well. If you want to see the log of the lock, you can find that there. There's also gear, you can have alarm, quick key, you can recalibrate the lock. There's a lot of things. You can find the MAC address if you need to of the device. There's a lot that can be done there as well. Now for my final thoughts, I really like the lock and the retrofit. I like it that you keep your existing lock looking the same from the outside without replacing your keys and everything. And I do appreciate that SwitchBot future-proof their products by bringing it through Matter with their hub. And because of that, I was able to connect it to Google and HomeKit. But one key feature that is missing in this lock is HomeKey. That's one feature that as an Apple user like myself, I wish every lock had. I mean, you can just tap your phone or your watch to the lock to be able to unlock it. I do want to point out that SwitchBot is running a Prime deal right now for a bundle price. When you put the lock and the keypad and the hub all together, it is a $200 bundle, but you can get it for Prime Day for $149.99. And I want to say thank you for SwitchBot for the opportunity to review this lock and the touchpad and the hub mini. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe and maybe watch these 2 videos recommended by YouTube. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.